Okay, can you all tell me if you can see my slides?
Yes.
Yes, very good. I can hear Chun Kai's voice. Very well done. Okay, I'm going to go through class rules since it's a new class and it's a new teacher. So here are my class rules for the virtual class. The class starts at 7:30, so please be on time. If you are on time, which means if you come at 7:30 or you come earlier, you will get 2 points on Class Dojo for punctuality, okay? And make sure your video is on and I can see all your beautiful faces. If I'm talking too fast, please let me know, okay? And I will slow down, okay? So leave your camera on so that I know you're focused and you're paying attention in class. Next, please keep yourself muted because I don't want to hear background noises. It's very distracting for your friends as well. So only unmute yourself if you're answering a question, okay? You raise your hand or you use the reaction thing, the reaction icon. And if I see your hands up, I'll call you and then you can answer a question. Otherwise, keep yourself muted. So if you want to answer a question, every time you answer a question, whether you get it wrong or right, there are points. The points is not just for correct answers on Class Dojo. As long as you participate, as long as you open your mouth, as long as I can see you listening carefully, you get points, okay? So raise your hand. Listen carefully. It's only 1.5 hours. Make full use of the time. Learn as much as you can because our end goal is PSLE, okay, which is next year, all right? Be respectful. If your friends got the answers wrong, don't laugh at them, okay? Everyone is here to learn. And yes, try your best to sit in your chair. Don't dance around and hop around like a monkey, okay? I want to see everybody seated properly. If you need to go toilet, please ask. You can go one time. Don't keep going 10 times. You're not going to miss your lesson, okay? Try your best to make sure your environment is quiet. No TV, music in the background, all of that. Very distracting. And finally, do your best. Have fun. All right. So that's the class rules. So now let's start. How many of you have done the worksheet for today? Raise your hands. Anyone have done? Okay, I see Yun Xuan. Let me... Yun Xuan has done a worksheet? Okay. Oh, all of you have done. Fantastic. Wait. Done. And Jerusha is you. Yes, done. Okay, the reason why I ask is every time you come to class, having already completed your tutorial worksheet, you get 3 points, okay? So please make sure you complete a tutorial because that's very important because that's what I'm going to go through in class. So you know what I'm talking about. Now, how many of you got everything correct? No, right? Okay, do you remember the questions that you got wrong? Anyone? Can you all remember the questions you got wrong? So as I go through, if you see a question that you got wrong, okay, I will know, I will take note. Because from next week onwards, I can see which questions you got wrong. Now I don't have the permission yet because he's Mrs. Chua. So next lesson onwards, I can see which questions you did and which questions you need more help on, and I'll pay attention to those questions. Okay, that was a loadful. Let's start. Okay, let's go with the first lesson. Okay, today we're going to learn grammar MCQs. Now, grammar MCQ in PSLE, who knows how many marks is it? Anyone knows how many marks is grammar MCQ? Oops, that's quite fast. Okay. Yes, anyone knows how many marks is grammar MCQs? No one? Okay, I'm going to write it down. It's 10 marks, 10 questions. So for PSLE, you will have 10 questions of grammar questions. Each of them will be 1 mark. It is 10 questions. Vocabulary close. How many marks is that? Wait, I don't know why I cannot change my slide. Give me a moment. Oh, yes. Vocabulary close is 5 questions and it's 5 marks each. Okay. Come on. Okay, yes, it's 5 questions, 5 marks. Editing. How many of you know how many marks is editing? Anyone? 12 questions, 12 marks. Okay, it's 12 questions. And there are 12 marks. This is important so that you know which section you're doing in PSLE and what they are. Now, more importantly, anybody know what is grammar? Did you always say grammar, 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 grammar? What is grammar? Who knows? If you know, you can unmute yourself and answer. If not, I'll call you. As long as you tell me something and I hear your voice, you get participation marks. So let's start. Yun Xuan, what is grammar? What does grammar mean, Yun Xuan? Do you know? Just say something. Just try.
Is it like nouns?
Yes, okay, yes. Grammar constitutes of nouns. It's very good. Good try. Give yourself 1 point. Write down your points. Later, you total up how many points you have, and then I'll add on Class Dojo. So please make sure you have a piece of paper and a pencil or a pen. Write down your points. So now you have 1 point already, Yun Xuan. Okay. Grammar has the word gram. How many of you use Instagram? Nobody use Instagram? What about Telegram? Nobody use Telegram? But have you heard of Instagram? Have you heard of Instagram? Have you heard of Telegram? Do you realize that both of these two words end with the word gram? Telegram, Instagram. So what on earth is gram? Gram in Greek means what is written, means the way you write. So grammar is to test whether what you're writing, your sentence, actually makes sense. Okay. In grammar, you learn what are nouns, okay, naming words. Miss Nisha, Yun Xuan, Liana, Jerkai, Jerusha, our names are all proper nouns. They are naming words, okay? Table, chair, dinosaur, monkey, donkey, these are all nouns. They are names of animals, okay? Jurong, bird park, Sentosa, these are names of places. They are nouns. So nouns are naming verbs, words. What are verbs? Anyone can tell me what are verbs? Verbs, yes, Jerkai?
They are like describing someone's action.
Yes, they're not describing words, but they're action words. Very good. Okay, give yourself a point. So verbs are action words like run, jump, hop, sit. These are all action verbs. These are all verbs. Very good, Jerkai. Now, what are adjectives? Adjectives. Adjective. Yes, Liana.
Something that describes the noun.
Yes, you saw something. You're different. Yes, yes. Adjectives are describing words. For example, long table. Long describes the table. The table is a noun. Long is an adjective describing the table. So that's an adjective. So all these things are grammar. Also singular and plural. Who knows what is singular and plural? Teacher always say singular, plural, singular, plural. Yes, Liana, what's singular and plural?
Singular is one and
very good.
plural is many.
Yes, very good. Single scoop of ice cream means one, right? So singular means single. And whenever you have a singular subject, meaning Liana is one person, right? Liana eat or Liana eats?
Eats.
Very good with the S. So remember, whenever it's one person, it's singular, and singular starts with S, which means the verb must also have S. That is grammar, subject and verb agreement, right? Also the tense. Can I say Liana is eating yesterday? Correct tense? Is eating is a continuous tense, which means she's eating now. But yesterday means already over, right? So it must be Liana ate yesterday, past tense. So tenses are grammar. So all of these things, tenses, right? Tenses. Okay, singular, plural, singular. Okay, nouns, verbs, adjectives, these are all grammar. Nouns, verbs, they're all part of grammar. So next time I ask you what is it, you should be able to explain to me. At the end of the lesson, before you can go, leave, the exit question is what you have learned today. So pay attention carefully. If you can tell me what you have learned today, at least one thing, if you mention what you can learn today, explain to me, it's already 3 points, okay? So grammar. So that's grammar questions, 10 marks, 10 questions. Vocabulary. What is vocabulary, Cloze? What on earth is vocabulary? Who knows what's vocabulary? Anybody knows? It's part of PSLE component. Vocabulary means choosing the most accurate word. For example, the MCQ question, right, can all mean the same thing. For example, quickly, hurriedly, briskly. These are all talking about how fast or how fast you're moving, but they all mean different things. Like briskly means I'm walking in a very active and energetic manner, right? Quickly means I'm walking very fast, right? So different words, even though they are talking about walking, they mean different things. So vocabulary is about the best choice of word. Best choice of word. Okay, for that blank. So you're choosing the best word in the context of the question. So that's why you're tested for vocabulary. Now, editing. Anybody knows what is editing? Anyone can tell me what's editing? No one? You all have done editing, right, in school? What's editing? Oh, I went to the next slide, sorry. What's editing? Edit. What does edit means? Please edit your worksheet. Or please edit this means what? What does edit means? Editing means to correct mistakes. What kind of mistakes? Punctuation, that's one kind of mistake they will ask you in PSLE, punctuation, which means there should be a comma, not a full stop. There should be a question mark instead of a, comma, full stop, question mark. These are all punctuation errors. First kind of errors. Second kind of error will be tenses, past tense, present tense, right? The wrong tense, tenses, right? Punctuation. The third kind of error is spelling, which means the word is spelled wrongly. So you learn spelling when you read a lot of books, you learn new words, you know how they are spelled. So editing is testing these three things: punctuation, spelling, tenses, okay, and also the correct grammar, right? Grammar, noun, is it the answer is supposed to be a noun or a verb or an adjective, these kind of things, okay? So let's go to today's lesson. Now, this is my tenses timeline. Everybody can see my tenses timeline, right? Okay, now, my first question is, I'm going to give you one verb. The action word that I'm going to give you is fly. Who can tell me what is the present tense of fly? Anyone? Hello? Present tense of fly.
Flying.
Who said flying? Flying is continuous. Yes, flying is correct. It is continuous. It's present continuous. It's ing. But what is simple present tense of fly? Give us a 1 point for trying. Very good. Yes, Yokai?
I think it's fly.
Very good. It's fly and it's also flies, right? If it's one bird, it flies. If it's many birds, they fly, right? This is singular. This is plural, right? This is S for singular. This is P for plural, and they are both present tense. Very good. What is the future tense of fly? Anyone? Future means they haven't fly yet. They are going to in the future. What will you use? What's the future tense? It will be. Anyone? Okay, I will tell you. It's will. You always use the word will. Will fly. So the bird will fly later. Okay, that is future tense. Okay. Tenses are very important, especially for grammar MCQ, so you know which is the correct tense. Now, past tense. What's the past tense of fly? Anyone can tell me?
Fly.
Past tense of fly is fly. Good try. Give yourself 1 point for trying. The
No.
past tense of fly. What's the past tense?
Flew.
Flew. Very good. F-L-E-W. It's an irregular verb. The whole spelling changes. So it's not flied, it's flew. Now, there is one more tense that many kids do not know. They think that the past tense end with flew. It is not. If I am talking about two things that happened in the past, and I want to talk about the first thing that happened, right? I will use a past perfect tense, which means I will say have, has, or had. Flown. Flown is a past participle. Okay, so if two things happen in the past, I want to show the sequence of one thing before the other, right? So I would use have and has is present perfect. They are still in the past, but they have present consequences. So these are present perfect, okay, still past. This one is past perfect, okay? Perfect means already past, okay? This one is present tense, this one is past tense. And they always will have, has, or had flown. So flew, one step before flew is have, has, or had flown. So whenever you see have, has, or had, you cannot use flew, you must use flown. And usually the past participle ends with an N. Not all the time, but most of the time. For example, let's try the word eat. What is the past tense of eat? Anyone can tell me?
Ate.
Ate. Very good. Give yourself a point. The past tense of eat is ate. Now, what is the past perfect tense? Meaning one tense before the past. Past perfect tense of ate is what? Eaten. I have eaten my lunch, right? Have eaten or has eaten, or they have eaten. She has eaten, okay, or they had eaten. These are all happening in the past. It's either present or past perfect. So whenever you have, has, or had, these three words is always followed by a past participle. Flown. It cannot be have flew. It cannot be has flew. Must be have flown, okay? Eaten again ends with N. Do you realize all the perfect tenses end with N? However, sometimes the past tense and the perfect tense is exactly the same. Like for example, walk. What is the past tense of